Good morning. Welcome to another daily guidance with me, Wingush, Nibi, Mizikii, Sweetgrass Water Medicine Woman, or Christianna Carr, or, one of my most popular names is Chrissy Carr, Superstar. Well, actually, the Superstar hasn't followed it for a while. That was when I was going to pursue my acting career in BC. That's when I moved to BC. Manifested the hippie Volkswagen Vanagon. Did not make it to BC. But, it was put an ad in the paper like cool cats need new start. Looking for VW camper van or equivalent. Must make it to BC before engine blows or tires pop. Something like that. And somebody answered that response and I'd had my hippie van. Yep, didn't make it. It took us 18 hours to go from Barrie to Aurelia, which is a 25 minute drive. Yeah, so finished that trip out to BC in an 85 Fifth Avenue with a car topper. Oh, it was great. Big white boat. It was beautiful. Got there though. Manifested that dream too. Let it come through me. Followed that guidance. It happened. Just gotta believe. Oh, and I wanted to share about my cabbage patch too. I dreamt and dreamt and dreamt. Without having that, my family couldn't afford that. I grew up in low income housing. And, my mother was on mother's allowance when it was mother's allowance, right? She could budget that really good. But there was no way she could get me a cabbage patch. There's still $60. Okay, so, but I dreamt and dreamt and dreamt, and I'm lucid dreaming. I've always been good at this lucid dreaming. And I remember I could feel that cabbage patch in my arms, and I woke up and I was hugging my pillow. And then that Christmas, guess what I got? I got a Cabbage Patch doll. I still have her. Sylvana Doucette was her name. And it was my big sister, from Big Brothers Big Sisters. Barb. Oh, my Barbie boo. I love her so much. Great influence on me. Anyway, she worked for the city of Barrie at that time. Excuse me. And her best friend was look at that, council fire, right? Talking about the city. And the decisions. Her best friend at that time, Judy, worked for the mayor of Barrie, right? Part of that council. Gotta make decisions. Well, her best friend and the mayor of Barrie split and got me a cabbage patch. And I still have it. So all these things in my life that have happened, that have manifested for me, just believing, not knowing where it was going to come from, but knowing it was going to happen, has happened. So it really then strengthens my belief in my faith that this can happen. We only limit ourselves, right? You need to believe it, because if you don't believe it can happen, well, you're not going to allow it to happen, right? Because you got to believe it can before you can allow it, really. Makes sense to me. How about you? Tomatoes. Righty, let's call in our directions now that I got them all straightened out here, right? Okay, see, I set up my books already to make it a little quicker. Got to get down to the care center, right? Truth or protection. Coming home. Yep. Okay. Care center again. A beautiful lady down there. I speak up and gave me a number for the people that could help me out. It's just so beautiful. But you know what? When we keep it all to ourselves, we don't get that help that we need. Right? So we can sit here and go, whoa, whoa, woe is me. Right? Or go, okay, I need help and I need this kind of help, right? And then it just comes. People love to help. And it's hard because I would always fight that. I'm good. I don't want to take from somebody else. But I'm now practicing to go, when somebody's offering that help, I say, yes, thank you. Because I know I will pay it forward. It's not taking advantage. I will pay it forward. I do. It just comes natural to me. Okay. Doesn't take much effort, right? Because the more I try to give back, the more I feel good. Yeah, right? It feels like baking, right? So just let it happen naturally. So I just say yes with gratitude. I need that help. I've given that help out. I will continue to give that help. But right now, my family is my priority. My children. Well, they always are my priority. Till they grow up on their own. My priority to teach them how to take care of themselves. to be self-sufficient. You know? So I'm not sending out these beings in the world that don't know how to take care of themselves and expecting the whole world to do it all for them. Right? Trying to teach them to fish. Right? Not just give them the fish. Teach them to fish. Anyways, calling in the east, the path of illumination, spirit, and fire. Man, that's the east. Thank you for those powers and sharing your medicine with us today. And we call the south, the energies of the south, the emotions, the water, the place of the child. And then we call in the west, the physical, the woman, the introspection, the place of the setting sun. We call in all those medicines of the west. Thank you for sharing your medicines with us. And then up to the north, we call into the medicines of the north, which is the air, the mental, our elder years, right? Where it brings it all together. So remember, we come as this little spiritual being. We're born into this little baby body that we're run by emotions, right? That's we're getting to know those emotions. Then we get physical. We start to know our bodies, right? And very physical beings. And then we start to learn to use our thoughts and think about what we're doing and not just act based on our emotions and think, right? And then we make that link between the head and the heart, and and then back to spirit, right? So we get older, we start thinking more that spiritual, connecting with that. And then we walk our red road, our sacred path, our earth walk, right? We're using that truth as protection because we know we're all on a sacred path. We're all in this together. No matter what, we're on this earth together. There's no denying that. We're all on this earth together. Right? Gathering, right? As we gather our knowledge and everything through our earth walk, right? To live is to learn. To learn is to live. And then we go, the blue road of spirit goes from east to west as the sun. We can always count on that. The mana, the life force. Remember that? The dolphin breath, right? Brings that life force in. The breath is the life force. And there we go. To the west. Place of introspection, the fire medicine, right? We learn our passions. And we decide if we want to come back to earth or not, right? Okay, and then we call in the above, below, and within, and we are whole and complete as we are. Beautiful, beautiful, shining stars. Yes, yes, you are. Yeah. You can deny it all you want. Does not make it not true. Just because we deny something does not mean it's not true. Hey, on the same side there, or other side, right? Just because we say something is true doesn't mean that it is. We might think it's true, but that's right, bring the heart in there, right? Your divine spirit is centered in your heart. That is why it's the most important. That is why listening to your heart is the most important kind of listening to do. But we need to bridge that here, right? So before it comes out here, we check in. And if they meet, then we speak, right? So today, what to keep in mind, the main lesson for today, okay, is the stone people, the records revealed, looking back at your life so far, being grateful for what we have. I mean, 'tis the season, right? To reflect. To reflect, whatever the holiday season is for you, tomatoes, right? To connecting with our people, remembering the times before, right? These transformations. Look at how our families have changed. Look at how Christmas used to look, or whatever holiday you call it, how it was many, many years ago. How is it now? How do we feel about it now? Have we transformed into it? You know, look at how it's become, like, just in society, become more of a commercial thing, right? Let's put a price tag on everything. Things are priceless. Your traditions are priceless. Your records are priceless, right? So share them. Share your stories. Listen to your elders, okay? Listen to what they had gone through and their experiences. It's so beautiful because that's part of your history too. That's part of your heritage. So let's listen. Let's hear. Let's hear what the stone people are telling us. Okay? Then you can pick it up, or even putting your worries into that, putting down and having that help to transform and transmute those poisons. Stone people are very good for that too, holding that energy. And then you can bury that stone in the earth for any kind of worries or dreams or wishes. You could use those for that as well too. Put them in the earth and watch it transform. Okay, so what's this? This is the male, the action side. And then the female side. I'm feeling so drained. Oh, I knocked my mic over. Excuse me. Sorry, Mike. No, sorry. Sorry, people. Hope I'm not scratching all your ears. That's all scratching. Yeah, you see, it's in my protection stone and it just fell over. So today, what are we going to do today? Okay, we're going to do the death and rebirth. Notice we're all in the cycles. What cycles do we want to repeat? Which need to die, right? Where maybe there's traditions and stuff that need to be reborn, right? Let's look at that, right? Every breath, inhale and exhale, right? It's a new life and a little death, right? Refreshed, renewed, and cleansing breaths. Right? We need to cleanse out that old to bring in that new, right? The tree must lose all of its leaves to bring in those new ones again, right? To be renewed, right? So every new beginning comes from some other beginning's end, right? There's that song. Every new beginning comes from some other beginning's end, right? So let's cleanse out those old beliefs, forgive ourselves, and then be reborn. Renewed in our faith, like I was saying earlier, that's what helped me to believe. When I think back on those times and those big dreams and those wishes that I had and how they almost fulfilled themselves, right? Because my family had no money. We had no way. Even my big sister didn't have that money. It took two people splitting to get me that cabbage patch. And people, well, I think I'd met her best friend once or twice, but I don't remember ever meeting the mayor of Barrie, right? So it was strangers. So believe in that. There's so much kindness and love in this world that when you open up and say, look, I am struggling right now. I need help. Be specific. It comes. Then be open to it, right? Be open. And let's resist that needs to die, that, no, I'm okay, I can do it all for myself. No, we do need each other. We all need each other, okay? Because that's what we're here to do. And then the connection is power, because we're already connected. We're already one, right? And so it's time for us all, okay, to have our paths walk together, right? Right, we're expanding. Walk and expand. Walk and expand. And embrace the whole. Tired and loopy today. Okay, so I need to go have a shower. Purification. This is what I need to do. I need to go cleansing in the shower. Yes. How about you? Right? It's returning home to the mother womb. Doing the sacred spiral dance. Look at that cycles. What do we need to repeat? What needs to be reborn? Right? Maybe some old traditions need to come back in. Right? Need to tap into some of those old traditions that kept it, when we made gifts for each other, or, it wasn't about the gifts. It was just about being together. It's about family. It's about caring and sharing, right? And that's not always physical gifts. Right? So, what do you need to do today to cleanse your perception of this time of year? Maybe, right? And forgive ourselves that we believed everything. Forgive ourselves if it's not going to be exactly perfect, right? Because it's always perfect and divine. Even if it doesn't look that way. And sometimes we don't see it for quite some time. We need to look back and go, yes, that's why that happened that way. And now I am thankful today, right? I wasn't so much then, but I'm thankful today. Because now I see, right? And that's that trick of taking that hindsight and turning it into foresight. We can do that. We can do that. We can cleanse that hindsight and turn that into foresight. Right? So when we look back, that's the within. Go within yourselves. Return home. 2, 3, 4. Take those steps to look within. What steps helped us? And let's repeat those. right? And what steps are still helping, right? So don't fix it if it ain't broke, right? So there's our messages for today. Let me know if you have any questions. Share some of your stories too. I would appreciate it. Much love. Thank you for being you and shining your light through everything you do. Because that's right, you know it. This world needs you. And I am so glad you're here. You beautiful being. Keep shining your light. Make which biggest heart hugs ever. Peace. Have a wonderful, blessed day. Thank you.